Good morning, students. I am Dr.R.SUGANYA, Department of Computer Science with Cyber Security. Today I am going to say about cracking. Cracking is a technique used to breach computer software or an entire computer security system and with a malicious intent. So we have seen lots of things happening in the real world, right? So we can say like entire computer system, some malicious systems happening in the network, right? So that we say it is a cracking. We can also say like cracking, like which has been the process that is breaking into smaller units, like the messages we can crack, okay, or we can hack the crime which can be happened in the systems or some public systems like ATM. The hackers will do some expert things, right, to do that. So we say it, or we can say like steal or corrupt, okay, to in order to view that particular data. So the term cracking itself, which means that in order to steal, corrupt, or like illegitimately we can view that particular data. So the hackers can see themselves as expert, like that we say, okay, the cracking term, the terminology, okay. So there are different types of hacking, like password cracking, file cracking, software cracking, network cracking, and cryptographic cracking. So what is this first one called password cracking? The password cracking, which means what is the main objective is to gain unauthorized access to accounts or files protected by passwords. So what can the technique be for this? Brute force attack, dictionary attack, rainbow table attack, and hybrid attack. So brute force attack means trying all possible password combinations until the correct one is found, and this can be very time consuming. And what is about dictionary attack means it is using some list of common passwords. So we can say dictionary attack. So rainbow table attack, which means like hashes this pre-computed tables that we have to quickly find the original password using pre-computed tables of hashes. So what is this pre-computed table of hashes? So we could not find that particular passwords. So in order to find that particular passwords, we'll be having, we say it is a rainbow table, because the passwords are typically not stored in not in plain text form but has some hash values in that we say it is a rainbow table, okay. So next is about hybrid attack. So combining the dictionary and brute force methods, both the first two methods, that we say it is to improve some chances of success, that we say it is a hybrid attack. So there are some tools for password hack cracking like John the Ripper, Hashcat, Cain and Abel, okay. And next cracking name is file cracking. The main objective of this cracking is to bypass restrictions or access controls on files, such as removing the passwords or editing the restrictions. So what can be the techniques that can be used here is password recovery tools. It is specialized software to recover or remove passwords from protected files. Example, PassFab, Advanced Office Password Recovery. Next is file unlockers, tools that remove editing or copying restrictions. Example, PDF unlocker, Office document unlocker. Next is about software cracking. The main objective of this is to bypass or remove licensing or copying protection mechanism in software. So to remove the license, so that we say it is particular software, that we say it is a software cracking. So what can be the technique? There is crack files, keygens, patching, okay. So the tools is OllyDB, that is debugger, IDA Pro, that is disassembler. And next is about network cracking. The main objective of this network cracking is to gain unauthorized access to network resources or bypass the network security measures. The main techniques are Wi-Fi cracking and network sniffing. So Wi-Fi cracking is accessing Wi-Fi network by exploiting the weak passwords or encryption. And network sniffing is capturing network traffic to find sensitive information or credentials. Example, Wireshark. Next is cryptographic cracking. The main objective is to decrypt or bypass cryptographic protections applied to data. The main technique is crypt analysis and key recovery. Crypt analysis is analyzing and breaking cryptographic algorithms or encryption schemes. Key recovery, finding encryption keys through various methods such as brute force or exploiting weakness in the cryptographic implementation. The tools are GPG, that is GNU Privacy Guard. John the Ripper is for cracking the hashes. Legal and ethical consideration, authorization. Always ensure we have permission to perform cracking activities. Unauthorized cracking is illegal and unethical. That is, ethical use means use cracking techniques responsibly and only in contexts where you have explicit permission, such as ethical hacking or security research. So we have some key aspects: brute force attacks, ciphertext attacks, non-plain text attacks, so chosen plain text attacks, side channel attacks, cryptographic algorithm exploitations, and social engineering. So we know that all these cryptographic cracking is one of the critical field in cyber security, and it helps in evaluating the strength of cryptographic systems. It is used both by attackers to exploit the weakness and by security professionals to improve and test cryptographic systems. Legal and ethical guidelines must be followed, especially in the context of authorized security testing and research. So how we can prevent this cracking? So we can keep our software update, and we can have the virtual private network and digital security solution. The third one is we have to keep our devices and software updated with no vulnerabilities, and use an antivirus which is up to date. Avoid public Wi-Fi. Okay, and how this password cracking works is like it is done by hackers which uses some specialized softwares and tools. Okay, so several techniques are followed, like as we have seen, like dictionary attack, brute force attacks, rainbow attacks. Okay, so we have to recall how this cracking actually occurs. So we have all these things like dictionary attack, brute force attack. Okay, so we have to analyze, and these are some examples that has been given, so you can go through it. And what will be the strategies for prevention of password cracking is setting up strong and unique passwords first. The second one is multi-factor authentication, and the third one will be password. Okay, and so what will be the conclusion of this particular cracking is it is used to gain access starting from personal information to how we can potential threat and key concern with advance of technology, and must be aware of the ins and outs of password cracking techniques followed by cyber criminals, and preventive measures such as implementing strong and secured password, frequent updation of passwords, and effective managements may help to reduce the risk for individuals and businesses. So that is some case study. The LinkedIn password breach in 2012. So a major, that is in LinkedIn in 2012. So they have experienced one significant data breach. So 6.5 million hashed passwords were stolen by hackers and later published on a Russia hacker forum. So that's just one of the thing. And technical details: hashing algorithm. So to protect this password, it is intended to secure store passwords. So it is considered weak by modern standards and is susceptible to attacks. So we have many password cracking, as we have